The latest Dutton Ranch Episode 9 trailer finally gives us our first real look at what comes next after the explosive events of Episode 8. Relationships are breaking apart, old loyalties are being tested, and the power struggle surrounding the ranch appears to be reaching a dangerous turning point. At first glance, the trailer looks like another setup episode before the finale. But when you start looking closer, several scenes suggest that something much bigger is happening behind the scenes. A hidden conflict is growing, and it may lead to consequences nobody saw coming. Let's break down every major moment from the trailer and uncover what Episode 9 might really be setting up. Episode 9 appears to begin in the shadow of everything that happened previously. The atmosphere throughout the trailer feels darker than anything we've seen this season. There are fewer celebratory moments, fewer scenes of unity, and instead almost every shot carries a sense of tension. It feels like everyone is waiting for something terrible to happen. One of the biggest reasons for this change is the growing divide inside the ranch itself. For most of the season, the biggest threats came from outside forces. Rival families, business interests, and long-standing feuds created obstacles for the characters. But now the danger feels personal. The people who were once supposed to stand together are beginning to pull in different directions. The trailer repeatedly focuses on Rip. His expressions throughout the footage suggest that he is carrying an enormous burden. He looks like a man who is trying to keep everything together while watching the foundations beneath him crack. Every scene involving Rip feels significant because he appears caught between loyalty and survival. What's interesting is that Rip doesn't seem focused on outside enemies anymore. Instead, he appears concerned about what is happening within his own circle. That shift could be one of the most important developments heading into Episode 9. Meanwhile, Rob continues to cast a shadow over almost every major storyline. Ever since his return, he has brought unpredictability with him. The trailer presents him as someone who believes he has more power than ever before. Whether that confidence is justified remains unclear, but one thing is obvious: his actions are making enemies. Several quick shots suggest that more people are starting to question him. Some characters appear nervous around him. Others look openly frustrated. The tension is building in a way that suggests a major confrontation cannot be avoided forever. Then there is Hain. The trailer gives him surprisingly little dialogue, but sometimes silence tells a bigger story than words. Nearly every shot involving Hain feels emotional. He looks like someone struggling to make sense of everything around him. He has spent so much time fighting for his place that he now seems caught between anger, grief, and responsibility. This emotional conflict could become one of the driving forces of Episode 9. Another important element is the ranch itself. The cinematography in the trailer places unusual emphasis on empty fields, quiet roads, and isolated locations. These shots create a feeling that something significant is approaching. It's almost as if the land itself is waiting for a storm. Beth also appears to play a major role. Her scenes are brief, but powerful. She seems more focused than ever. And whenever Beth reaches this level of determination, major events usually follow. The trailer suggests she understands that dangerous changes are coming. What makes Episode 9 particularly interesting is that nobody appears comfortable anymore. Every character seems worried about something. Every conversation feels loaded with hidden meaning. Every glance feels like a warning. And just when it seems like everyone is trying to hold things together, one mysterious scene changes everything. Near the end of the trailer, we see a moment that appears completely disconnected from the rest of the footage. A character stands alone, looking shocked by something off-screen. The trailer refuses to reveal what they're seeing, and that single moment might be the biggest clue of all. Because if that reaction means what many fans think it means, then Episode 9 could be preparing for a devastating revelation. The most interesting part of the Episode 9 trailer isn't the obvious drama. It's the detail hidden between the larger scenes. Most viewers focus on the confrontations, arguments, and emotional moments. But there is another pattern running throughout the trailer. Several characters are shown alone. That might not sound important at first. However, throughout this season, many of the strongest moments involved partnerships and alliances. Characters worked together. They relied on each other. They faced challenges as groups. The Episode 9 trailer does the opposite. Again and again, we see people isolated. Rip appears alone. Hain appears alone. Beth appears alone. Even some supporting characters seem separated from the people they normally trust. This visual choice could be intentional. If so, it suggests that the season's central theme is no longer unity. It has become division. That idea becomes even more interesting when you look at how conversations are edited. The trailer repeatedly cuts away before important responses are shown. Someone speaks. Another character reacts. Then the scene ends. Why hide those responses? Because the answers may reveal too much. Editors often use this technique when they are protecting a major twist. Another hidden detail involves the pacing. Unlike earlier trailers, this one moves slower. There are longer pauses, more lingering shots, more emotional reactions. That usually happens when a story is preparing for a major character-driven event rather than a simple action sequence. The trailer wants viewers focused on emotions: fear, doubt, suspicion, regret. Those feelings appear everywhere. One theory is that Episode 9 will force several characters to choose sides. If that happens, friendships and alliances built throughout the season could be tested in ways we've never seen before. The trailer may also be hinting that a secret is about to come into the open. Notice how multiple characters seem nervous rather than angry. Anger comes after a problem is exposed. Fear comes before it. That difference matters. Someone may know something dangerous. Someone may be hiding information, and someone else may be getting dangerously close to discovering the truth. If that's the case, Episode 9 isn't just setting up the finale, it's setting up the moment when everything changes. Based on everything shown in the trailer, one theory stands above the rest. The real battle may not be about the ranch itself. It could be about control. For most of the season, characters have been fighting over land, influence, and power. But Episode 9 seems more personal than that. It's possible that several characters are finally realizing that the greatest threat isn't an outside rival. It's someone already inside the story. If that theory is correct, then Rip could find himself forced into an impossible position. He has always valued loyalty, but what happens when loyalty begins to conflict with what is right? The trailer repeatedly places Rip in situations where he appears conflicted. That could mean Episode 9 becomes his most important chapter yet. Another possibility involves Hain. His storyline has been building quietly, but steadily. Many viewers see him as someone searching for belonging. Episode 9 may finally force him to decide what matters most: revenge, justice, or family. Any one of those choices could completely change his future. Then there's Beth. Beth often sees danger before everyone else. The trailer suggests she understands that something larger is unfolding. Perhaps she has noticed clues that others missed. Perhaps she already knows a confrontation is unavoidable. Either way, her actions could become critical. There is also the possibility that the trailer is intentionally misleading viewers. Many shows use editing tricks to make audiences expect one outcome while secretly preparing another. If that's happening here, then the biggest twist may be something nobody is currently discussing: a betrayal, a shocking alliance, or even a loss that changes the direction of the entire series. Whatever the answer is, Episode 9 feels like the point where the story stops building tension and finally starts releasing it. If Episode 9 follows the path suggested by the trailer, the consequences could be enormous. The season has spent weeks building pressure. Now that pressure is reaching its breaking point, characters who avoided conflict may finally be forced into it. Secrets that stayed hidden may finally emerge, and decisions made in Episode 9 could directly determine what happens in the finale. One possibility is that the ranch becomes more divided than ever before. Once people begin choosing sides, there is often no easy way back. Another possibility is that a shocking event forces everyone to temporarily unite against a larger threat. But even if that happens, the damage may already be done. Trust is fragile. And the trailer repeatedly suggests that trust is disappearing. Rip may face his toughest challenge. Hain may face his most emotional choice. Beth may uncover something unexpected. And Rob may discover that power comes with consequences. The most dangerous thing about Episode 9 isn't any single character. It's the growing feeling that everyone is moving toward the same collision point, different motivations, different goals, different fears, but the same destination. And when all of those storylines finally meet, The fallout could be impossible to stop. The trailer ends before revealing what happens next. But that final mystery might be the biggest warning of all. Because sometimes the scenes that aren't shown are the ones that matter most. And if episode 9 is hiding something this carefully, then the finale may be even bigger than anyone expects. Dutton Ranch. Episode 9 looks like it's setting the stage for one of the most intense chapters of the entire season. Alliances are cracking, tensions are rising, and several characters appear headed toward life-changing decisions. The biggest question is simple. Who will still be standing when the dust settles? Do you think Rip will finally turn against Rob? Is Hain about to uncover the truth? And what hidden twist do you think the trailer is keeping secret? Let me know your theories in the comments below.